From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Buffalo Bills. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the... yards on the game's opening play.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen going to throw. And incomplete. The Bills at 6-3 on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
56.
Here's Allen to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 19-yard line. Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
You look at this Buffalo defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Hey, 0-0-0.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, an ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Go, go, go. Good.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Got it.
To throw is Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
14.
Cook is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Quentin Johnston from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Watkins in motion left. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, it's Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Hey, tight. Middle. Regular. What's that?
Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Allen now on the sneak. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
In motion left is Watkins. Cook. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Allen taking it himself. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Allen now on the sneak, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough 2nd half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but for this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. And Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Hines now on the return. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. It's a room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That'll be caught by Kupp. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. And he is caught. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Wilson will throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On third down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. Right? So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt where you were pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space,
but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing is Wilson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cooper Kupp, 43 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On second down, here's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Got it. 14. Look for signal. Hey, alert. Run left. Right.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Good.
Here's Wilson. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field, we saw his quarterback seek him out.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. After the interception, here's Wilson. He gets it to Johnston. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Room here to run. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Dalvin Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Bills 17.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
56, 56.
Allen looks to throw on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on first down is Allen. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing now is Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Bring out, bring out, bring it, bring it. Friday.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Broncos.
Go, 14.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
second down, they go right back to Cook. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Hey, 0-0-0. Start.
Quick throw here to Johnston. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
19.
On second down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Got it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Marr able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, Allen. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play action. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he is going to lose yardage here. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
50, 10, 50.
Wilson. Right side, he has Johnston. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bills are going to get the football back. This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight one-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. This one out quickly to Watkins. Down the left sideline.
Big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Here's Allen. They'll run with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Throwing, Allen. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bills have taken a 4th quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. That is intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Fights through the middle crease, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Wilson. Johnston hauls it in, and he will get out of bounds tries to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing now is Wilson. He's got another one to Johnston. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Wilson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key